While the accusations against Michael Jackson aren't new, the specifics and the details of what Wade Robson and James Safechuck claim that he did to them have horrified so many, prompting even longtime Jackson supporters to question how this alleged abuse could have gone on for so long. And a warning once again, the allegations are disturbing.
I know people all over the world are going to be in an uproar and debating whether or not Michael Jackson did these things or not, whether these two men are lying or not lying.
Oprah Winfrey weighing in on Leaving Neverland, the documentary that may forever reshape the King of Pop's legacy.
But for me, this moment transcends Michael Jackson. It is much bigger than any one person. This is a moment in time that allows us to see this societal corruption. It's like a scourge on humanity.
It's Applehead. I was wondering maybe sometime tomorrow night we could see a movie.
It comes after part 2 of the documentary where Wade Robson and James Safechuck say that Jackson groomed them for abuse by befriending their families and helping them financially, and said they would all go to prison if anyone found out about their sexual interactions.
Michael told me that I had to lie. And that's what I did. I lied.
I know Michael very well. I know he wouldn't do anything like that.
Oprah referencing when Robson first spoke up back in 2013 here on Today.
When you saw Wade on the Today Show, that triggered you to feel what?
I panicked, like I was being caught, honestly. It was just like it was just that body panic. And then you go, okay, he's getting help. Or, you know, he's further along. Maybe I can be like that.
Both Robson and Safechuck previously testified that Jackson never touched them inappropriately. Robson taking the stand for the defense in the singer's 2005 child molestation trial. Jackson was acquitted. Jackson's family and his estate, which is suing HBO for $100 million, called the film one-sided. As with virtually everything about Jackson, reaction to Leaving Neverland has been swift and intense, with strong opinions on both sides. Judd Apatow tweeting, "It takes days to recover from this documentary," while talk show host Wendy Williams defended Jackson on air.
I don't believe a word of anything in this documentary.
Okay.
And many of Jackson's fans say the allegations have forever tarnished his work. Muting R. Kelly was easy, but Michael Jackson is such a staple of my childhood and adulthood that I don't even know what to do with myself, writes one conflicted fan. Oprah acknowledging that she may take some heat for taking on the King of Pop. But that for her, a sexual abuse survivor, the message is too important.
These two men did not feel abuse until much later on in life. And when you are a child, this is a message I want every parent to hear, you don't have the language to explain what is happening to you because you've been seduced and entrapped.
So, Nat, as you mentioned, there are a lot of conversation online as this documentary was airing. I saw a lot of it on Twitter myself. Yeah. Some folks in support of the men for speaking out. A lot of folks, though, speaking out against the film itself. How real has the backlash been?
Oh, the backlash is very, very real. I mean, Oprah even took some heat, as she expected she would, on social media by many of the most loyal Michael Jackson fans. Many just refused to watch and, again, questioned the credibility and the motives of Robson and Safechuck. However, as the night progressed, and if you watched all 4 hours, there was a lot of support as well, you know, especially, again, from those who watched and then watched Oprah's conversation afterwards. They found it hard not to believe them, hard not to support them. It was extremely powerful and very emotional. And as Oprah said, it's a conversation that we need to be having in this Me Too era.
Natalie Morales for us there, Natalie. Thanks, Nat.
Here's the thing, key thing that Natalie just said. A lot of the criticism is coming from people who have not watched. And I think at a minimum, if you're going to have an opinion about whether these two are telling the truth, you have to hear their story.
And even folks...
It includes his denials,
Yeah, it does.
Michael Jackson's denials. So, you know, but at least hear them out if you're going to have an opinion about it.
And you know, going in, I know you've seen almost all of the second one. I've only seen the first one. You go in, for me at least, with some preconceived ideas because you've heard the whispers and rumors for years. I grew up with two idols, Michael Jackson, Bill Cosby. Yeah. You go in with these ideas, and then you watch just the first 2 hours.
Wow.
your entire perception of Michael Jackson and the legacy?
It's interesting because I covered the Michael Jackson trial in 2005 in Santa Maria, California. I remember when Wade Robson testified. It was devastating for the prosecution because there were all these suggestions in the prosecutor's case. Well, what about these boys like Wade Robson? What about Macaulay Culkin? And then these boys, now grown men, come in and say, Michael Jackson didn't do anything to me. But now, if you watch this documentary, it unravels the story, including why Wade Robson decided to testify on behalf of Michael Jackson when he says, of course, he was lying. You know, you have to watch it to understand and to really form an opinion. It's very, very powerful.